Toluse, let me just go to you first. We saw two executive orders, both to do with financial regulation. The president seeming to be extraordinarily happy that this was happening. Will they have any teeth? Does it go anywhere?
Yeah, that's a very good question. What we've seen is the president go into these meetings with the executives and then go directly into the Oval Office and sign executive orders. He wants to make a show of the fact that he's listening to business leaders and signing executive orders that would lead to the growth in the economy. Specifically, these two executive orders that he signed, they're sort of starting the process for having teeth. He's going to start the process of reviewing the Dodd-Frank Act and taking action in the future about how to reduce its impact on the financial services sector, and also the fiduciary rule, as Kevin mentioned, was supposed to go into effect starting in April. Because he signed this new executive order, it's more likely that we will not see that rule implemented in the way that President Obama thought it would be when he pushed for this rule to be moved forward last year.
Kevin, there's been a lot of talk that President Trump is moving very quickly with all of these executive orders and a variety of proposals. Is he really?
Well, I think what he's doing is making his case to lawmakers here on Capitol Hill to get the ball rolling. House Financial Services Committee Chairman Jeb Hensarling told me earlier this morning that he anticipates the legislative process to move bills out of committee on Dodd-Frank to begin within the next several weeks. However, he also told me that he understands that the process in the Senate, led by his counterpart on the Senate Banking Committee, Mike Crapo, could take a bit longer. I thought what was interesting in the video that we just watched coming out of the White House of President Trump signing those executive orders was that he worked specifically with and praised Representative Ann Wagner, a conservative also on the House Financial Services Committee, who really was one of the driving forces behind the fiduciary issue. Earlier this morning, Gary Cohn, one of his chief economic advisors at the White House, met with Representative Wagner as well as Chairman Hensarling and other Republicans on the House Financial Services Committee to lay out a strategy for how they will begin to pass those laws to walk back Dodd-Frank. So what that image out of the White House shows is that they are now working in lockstep with this administration for everyone to get on the same page.
Toluse, I have to wonder, there are the rules that are in place, but there also are a lot of soft rules that different branches of the regulatory body in the U.S. implement. How much could there be an immediate response due to President Trump of not enforcing certain laws that have been enforced by the Treasury Department, the Fed, and others?
Well, you have to remember that the federal government is more like an ocean liner, so it's not easy to make specific changes that have an impact right away when you have this huge bureaucracy. You have career servants who have worked under presidents from both parties, and it's not something that one president can change on a turn of a dime. So President Trump is starting to learn that and see that in a number of different branches of government, but specifically in the financial services and the financial regulations area. He's going to see that changing all of the things that have happened over the last 8 years is not going to be something that can be done right away. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take comment periods. It's going to take a time of conversation with stakeholders on both sides of the argument. So this is going to be a process. It's going to be a work in progress, and it's going to take a while before a lot of these goals that the president has are put in place.